Hey guys, I hope everyone's doing well. My name is Lisa, and in this video I will be doing my first review on the Rokinon 14mm F2.8 autofocus lens for Sony full frame mounts. So I have the lens on my Sony A6300. So in a crop sensor, the focal length equivalent is about 21mm. Still a pretty wide angle lens, and I use this lens for both video and photos. So I've had this lens for about 1 month now, and in this review I'll be showing you guys some sample images that I've taken from the lens, also some of the autofocus tests. Samyang and Rokinon are well known to make quality and affordable manual focus lenses, and late last year they just came out, or they started manufacturing autofocus lenses. So currently in their lineup they have a 50mm f1.8 14mm, of course, that I have in hand. Just last month they just released a 35mm f2.8 autofocus lens, which is also available now on pre-order. So I'll start talking about my favorite things about the lens. So the pros. Number one, the photos you take from this lens are very sharp. It's even sharper from f5.6 and onwards. The minimum focusing distance is 20 centimeters, so you can move close to the subject and get a smooth, blurry background or bokeh. I'm quite happy with the photos I take from this lens, and the f2.8 is also very good in low light conditions. Number two, it has autofocus, and from my experience it's been accurate, smooth, and pretty fast for a non-Sony native lens. And from my experience, I haven't experienced too much hunting with it, and I'll say that it focused like 95% of the time, but in low light conditions it may struggle a little bit. Number three, so this lens is cheaper than the Sony size glasses for full frame lens. I bought this lens for 920 Canadian dollars, which is about $700 US from BH Photo. And today I just checked on the website, the lens is even cheaper for $659 US without taxes, so definitely look into it. Number four, for the price, I say the build quality is premium. It's an aluminum body, it's not a plastic lens, and in terms of size and weight, it's a medium-sized lens and weighs about 500 grams. So now I'll get into the cons, or my least favorite things about the lens. So number one, there's no stabilization or optical steady shot on the lens, so I suggest to use at least a monopod or a tripod when you're shooting video or photos. Number two, so the lens is not weatherproof, unlike the Sony Zeiss glasses, so you have to be very careful if you're shooting near like a waterfall or when it's raining outside. Number three, so the lens hood on the lens is permanently built in, and unfortunately you can't put on any ND filters, which I think may be a turn-off for some people. Number four, so the autofocusing is loud on this lens. You hear it when you're shooting indoors, outdoors. You also hear it when you have an external mic hooked up to your camera. So some people may think it's too loud for video or it's unusable, but I also think it's subjective and what you're doing with it. If you want to do vlogging or you want to do interviews, then I'd probably say have your camera set to manual focus, not continuous autofocus, or just use a different lens. But personally for me, I don't mind it at all. Number five, the lens cap scratches the lens hood over time, and it's because of the lining in the lens cap itself. The edges in here are extremely sharp, and this is the biggest problem for me because the scratches that I have on my lens, it lowers the value of it. In conclusion, I do recommend this lens. It fit into my budget when I was searching for an autofocus full frame glass. And if you're a hobbyist or you're on a budget just like myself, then definitely consider this lens. There are some improvements Rokinon can make going forward, but overall I am quite satisfied with this lens and the results I get with it, and I would buy another Rokinon in the near future. If you have a higher budget and or you're a professional, then definitely invest in the Sony Zeiss glasses. It really all depends on what you want and what your budget is. That's all I have to say about the 14mm by Rokinon after 1 month of using it. If you already have this lens, let me know what you think and what your experience is in the comments. And for those who've been considering this lens, I hope my review and my experience helps in your decision making. And if you like, you can follow me on Instagram at Lisa_Sambun. And if you have any questions about the lens, you can send me a DM and ask me. I also made a quick test video with this lens on my Sony A6300. You can definitely check it out up here. And that's pretty much it. Well, thank you so much for watching my video. I hope you enjoyed it, and see you in the next one. So bye for now, guys.